We're back, and this time against my will, because famous internet reviewer Quinn Reviews has me at gunpoint. So let's just take it from the top. What is a Robotech, and why is it basically a slur within the Macross community? Robotech was the 1985 localization of the original SDF Macross, handled by production company Harmony Gold, in association with Macross's global distribution holders, Tatsunoko Productions. The project was spearheaded by one of Harmony Gold's producers, Carl Macek. And he did something interesting, because Robotech isn't just a localization of Macross, it's actually a combination of 3 separate shows. Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Super Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross, and Genesis Climber Mospeda. This decision, while strange, was necessary, cause American weekday syndication required shows to have at least 65 episodes. And Macross alone only had 36, with Southern Cross adding 23 more, still only bringing it to 59. So they added Mospeda, bringing the final episode count to 84. Due to having the same copyright holders, similar art styles and settings, the shows meshed better than you'd expect. Like, obviously a lot of the background lore had to be changed in order to connect them, but given the situation, it was probably the best they could have done, and I'll give them credit, some of the stuff they chose to do was clever. Like making this random Southern Cross character Max and Milia's baby. Like, sure, whatever. Max and Milia have those every week, I'm sure one of them would look like that. I'll admit, I don't know anything about Mospeda or Southern Cross, and it seems like most people just care about the Macross stuff anyways, so let's talk about that. What I'm about to say might sound blasphemous, but I think Robotech is a pretty solid localization of Macross given its time. Like, you guys gotta keep in mind, this was 1985. We're lucky Macross made it to the West in any way. As I said before, there's some lore tweaks. Most of the characters were given Americanized names, like Hikaru is Rick Hunter, Misa is Lisa, Kakizaki is Ben, and Captain Global is Captain Global. I think that one might have been a translation error. But honestly, aside from the name changes and some of the background lore, the core story still remains perfectly intact. With how American 80s cartoons were, I was surprised to see how little they downplayed Macross's more serious moments. Rick's trauma is still part of the narrative, characters still outright die instead of going to space hospital, and the Zentradi still commit genocide and stuff. Like, being a kid in the 80s who's only watching like He-Man and shit, I can see how Robotech blew people away. I know I certainly would have loved it as a kid, and I was born in the Johnny Test era. So while I would never recommend someone using this as their way of watching Macross these days, I respect what Robotech was able to do in an era where anime was still called Japanimation and the name Maximilian was considered too scary for American children. Wait, so you don't hate Robotech? That's kind of anticlimactic. I wanted to beat you up with a crowbar. Well, yeah, there's not much to hate. It's just kind of a wonky Macross localization. I think the hate for Robotech comes less from Robotech itself, and more so the repercussions it had for Macross in the West. Are you insulting Harmony Gold? Oh, come on, don't tell me you actually support those guys. I do for the sake of the plot. Okay, but like, why? Why would you support a company that's so sleazy, that's so disgusting? Yoko Taro?
I quite admire their ethics.
Lin Kaifun?
As do I.
Now from Mirage of Blaze? That's right, Starlight, we all have a bone to pick with you. Not only must you worship Harmony Gold, but we demand you never ever speak of Macross again. Actually, no, let's take it further. Not only will you never speak of Macross again, but you won't speak of anything again. Yes, it won't be Sonic in 2025, it'll be Robotech in 2025. That's bullshit, you know nothing's gonna happen with the Robotech IP in 2025. Besides, how you even gonna enforce such a thing? Gonna chain me up and force me to watch Robotech the Sentinels? Even better. Boys, let's show her what happens when you cross the Robotechians. Wait, what?
Hey Starlight, I just came out of 11% opacity to ask if you maybe wanted to come watch some anime with me. We need to get asteroids on something other than Shield Hero.
Asteroids! Stop watching anime! Just stop! What is it? Rising of the Shield Hero? Come on! You never leave the house. You just love anime.
I can't help it. The show just has too many hype moments in aura.
I don't know, I just feel like it fell off after season 1.
I can't no more. Robotech. You like that Macross Delta slop so much. Well then, why don't we do this? Quentin Rune Beam!
Maybe we should actually go help Starlight.
Starlight. Starbright.
Run all you like, there's no stopping her faith. Her only salvation will be Robotech. That's pretty funny. Ni-hoi, I'm glad you're up, Starlighty. What happened? How long have I been out? It's been 6 months, like the funny Venom meme. The world's fallen to Robotech. Fallen to Robotech? But how? Without you, there wasn't enough Macross content being made. We couldn't stop his reign of terror.
But the world hasn't completely fallen.
Donkey Kong and your general?
That's right, Starlight. Quentin has only taken over 99% of the world. The other 1% has been held up by that guy.
Hey, what's up guys? Scares here. Oh, you're that Starlight from another dimension, aren't you? Well, it's been generations since I've seen you. You okay? Yeah, they've been making me watch some of this Macross stuff to try and be more like you, but I don't really get it. I'd rather watch stuff like My Hero Academia and Yona of the Dawn. Yeah, I guess you're still steps away from the Macross phase. Well, now that I'm back in commission, let's go kick Quentin's ass and take the world back!
Whoa, Starlight. You can't do this alone. Even though you are strong, I've assembled a group to push us to victory. Vector, go fetch the others.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Let me use my iconic Vector call.
That must be Vector's iconic Vector call.
Let's go!
Alright, Starlight. This is our army. Asteroids, Blazer, Creep Kiddo, 10, Super Mario, Ultimate Spider-Man, Vector, Squirtle the Dank, and yours truly.
Aye aye, sir. Oh, wait a minute. Where the hell's Edo-Rat?
She seems to have fallen into Quentin's corruption.
I see. I guess she really is my evil doppelganger. Anyways, how do we actually go about taking back the world? I mean, how did he even do it to begin with?
While you were out of commission, you went around and cleansed the world of all Macross content, including the idols themselves. They've been locked away in separate dungeons, guarded by his trusted disciples. In order to take back the world, we need to split into groups and rescue them. Once we have all the idols, we will use their song energy to change his heart, and make him realize Robotech isn't very banana slammin'.
Wait, you mean the Macross idols are real, and I get to meet them?
That sounds as cool as flying around on a jetpack.
Woohoo!
It's time for group division. Asteroids, 10. You guys will go save Sharon Apple.
Whoa. Isn't she a terrorist?
But gee, Asteroids, don't you know we need all the song energy we can get?
Exactly. Creep Kiddo, Squirtle, you guys will save Sarah Gnome.
I've never watched Macross. I have no idea who any of these people are.
Yeah, they're probably not as cool as Deku.
Ultimate Spider-Man and Vector, you guys will go for Cheryl and Ronka.
Ni-hoi, this will be so exciting. I like when Ronka goes Kira.
Before becoming the Ultimate Spider-Man, I'm gonna need to rescue the Ultimate Idols.
Blazer, Mario, you guys got Fire Bomber.
Firebomb's #1, yahoo!
This will be Fire Bomberific.
Wait, why don't I get to rescue Firebomber? Macross 7 is literally my goat. I made a 2.5 hour long video on it.
Sorry, Starlight. I'm leaving you in charge of Ishtar. I'll deal with Walker.
Ishtar? Dude, I wake up from a 6-month coma. I am the one making this video.
We can't have you getting too excited. Not with that.
Wait, what is this? Is this, a rune?
Exactly. Quentin is trolling you, Starlight. If you do anything that makes you happy, like reviewing Macross or Gundam, that thing will light up, killing you even faster.
So that's how he's gonna get me to only talk about Robotech. Fine, for now let's focus on saving the idols, and we could deal with this rune situation later. It's not like it'll be lighting up much in the Macross 2 temple.
Alright everyone, here we go. Banana Slammer!
While I'm exploring this place, I might as well do some reflecting. I mean, what is it we hate about Harmony Gold anyways? I already explained I have no issues with Robotech itself. I guess it just must be how they treated Macross after the airing of Robotech. You see, Harmony Gold made a deal with Macross's international distributor Tatsunoko Productions, which would give Harmony Gold full control over Macross's distribution outside of Japan. This was a deal made in the 1980s and is still being renewed to this very day. See, it wasn't a huge issue at first, cause Macross 2 and Plus were able to get global releases just fine under different studios. At that time, Harmony Gold either didn't care or didn't think the IP had enough value to throw a big fuss over. But once they started garnering success, posing a threat to Robotech, they locked the fuck in, ensuring no other Macross series would leave Japan without their approval. And I know what you're thinking, oh, so they began doing Macross releases of their own, you know, chasing the bag. But no, they didn't release a single Macross entry. Well, did they at least make Robotech versions of them? Also no. Harmony Gold wanted that original 1985 scuffed version of SDF to be the world's only form of Macross. Instead of just working out a deal with Big West, you know, releasing the sequels, collecting those royalties, they locked them in a vault for decades, trying to steer people towards their totally original IP Robotech instead of Macross. It's not even like Robotech is a super successful franchise or anything. In fact, they probably would have just made more money embracing Macross. But this isn't a business decision, they're just doing this for love of the game. Them trying to make Robotech its own IP while blocking out Macross, it is like a nefarious form of plagiarism. And I know what you're wondering, why doesn't Big West simply sue Harmony Gold? Well, first of all, Harmony Gold isn't technically doing anything illegal. Tatsunoko, for some reason, fully supports their endeavors. They're the ones who keep allowing them to renew the contract. As much as it pains me to say, Harmony Gold owns Macross outside of Japan. There's nothing we can do about it. And secondly, even if Big West for some reason wanted to try, Japanese and American copyright laws are basically completely incompatible. Japanese copyright laws alone are a complete fucking mess. I can make a whole video on that. So not only does Big West not have a chance at winning or even filing a lawsuit like that, but would it even really be worth it? Because as much as it pains me to say it, mecha anime is kind of niche in the West nowadays, and I don't think Macross would be an exception. People just want their seasonals and shonens. I don't think the demand is there. It would be way more effort than it's worth. So yes, Harmony Gold has us and Big West under their thumbs. And you know what, let me list some other stupid things they've done for fun. All my Transformers fans in the audience probably know how G1 Jetfire is basically lost media, because Harmony Gold tried suing Hasbro for ripping off their Veritex. even though they didn't design the Valkyries. Kawamori designed the Valkyries, and he designed Jetfire as an intentional nod to the Valkyries. Although they did end up losing the lawsuit, Hasbro still avoided touching G1 Jetfire. Probably just, they don't feel like dealing with that shit again. I don't know. They've also sued other things for using their Valkyrie designs, like Battletech was a big one. And if you want something truly fucked up, they made NFTs of art done by artist Kazutaka Miyatake, which, first of all, they did not get permission from him to do that. And secondly, they did it only a couple days after he lost his wife to a house fire. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to say they did that intentionally, it's just really unfortunate timing, but the point still stands, you do not fucking steal a guy's art for your NFTs! If you're wondering Kawamori's thoughts on this situation, not only does he refuse to sign Robotech-related stuff at fan conventions, but he has directly said,
I don't understand, nor do I accept the fact they took and modified my work without even asking. I cannot comprehend how a pirated version like this exists. However, I feel it was very fortunate that many people from other countries around the world were able to see Macross.
So he's kinda on the same boat as me. Glad that it introduced people in the West to Macross in some way, but everything else surrounding it is just fucked up and gross. Not as fucked up and gross as you forgetting to complete your Shadow the Hedgehog runs. Whoa, Eagle Rats! Wait, is that why you're doing all this? Of course it is. Here I was thinking I had someone I could discuss ending 252 with. But you had to go and forget watching all that Godzilla slop instead of Peak? Look, man, I can explain. I've been pretty busy, and I was in a coma for 6 months, in case you forgot. No excuses. You've watched that giant Robo-slop for too long. Look, it's because I have this rune, that's why. Because if I get too happy, it lights up and burns my life energy. You see, playing Shadow the Hedgehog, that would kill me faster than anything. I love that game. I guess you're right. To be honest, I've been falling behind on runs myself. I've been kind of forced to sit here on guard duty. It's pretty fucking boring. Then why don't you just stop? I mean, once this whole war is over, we could play Shadow the Hedgehog, and I'll even do a retrospective on each route. Fine, whatever. I don't really believe you, but I'm pretty bored here, so here's a star. Yay, we saved a star. Gee, asteroids, don't you think we should fill the gap by talking about some Robotech stuff? Like, how about Robotech toys?
Considering Robotech ended in the 80s and all of its sequel attempts have failed, it gets most of its profit from merchandise. There's some decent figures based on the robots, some horrifying ones based on the humans, and some straight up weird ones like Rick Hunter's 2020 Toyota Supra. There's a notable distinction in how these shows are marketed in Japan versus the West. Unlike Macross, which banks on its idols, Minmay has been scrubbed from most Robotech merch. It almost feels like they find their existence shameful, like having an idol ruins the gritty war story they want to tell.
Oh gee, asteroids, don't you know girls don't sell?
Wait, Ten, look! It's famous Japanese game developer Yoko Taro.
Well, we're cooked.
Alright, we saved the terrorist VTuber.
Hello, it's me, Super Mario, and I'm here with my friend Super Blazer. He's #1, yahoo! But you know, something isn't adding up here. Blazer, why don't you talk about some Macross releases that somehow happened? Yahoo!
Macross has had a pretty weird history being released in America, even outside of that company. Macross 2 was actually fully released overseas through these VHS releases. They had about 2 episodes each on them and were actually fully dubbed in English. The dub itself isn't really anything special, it's just your standard 90s anime dub.
Yeah? But who's gonna see it when we're dead?
Yes, you're right. Let us not forget the cause, even if we've grown indifferent to the idea of dying. Let's go home.
Dennis, look! This could be a big scoop for us.
However, a compiled version of these episodes had a limited run in theaters back then as Macross 2, the movie. But the weirdest part of this whole thing is the Macross 2 releases after the movie release. They just kept showing up in the most random places, between iTunes, YouTube, and even the Xbox 360 marketplace. Macross Plus and its movie also came to America through VHS and DVD releases in 1995. Once again, fully dubbed into English. And this dub is actually quite good, starring Bryan Cranston, Walter White dad from Malcolm in the Middle guy of all people as Isamu.
Go ahead, eat it.
But they're sour. They taste bad.
You believe people too easily. How do you know if you don't try something first yourself?
Yuck.
Now you know for sure how bad it is.
This may seem surprising, but during his early career, he actually ended up in a weird amount of anime dubs. Young Song even got an English dub, and it was pretty alright. Although episode 4 ended up having its audio almost entirely changed due to copyright issues, so all the music and sound effects outside of the Sharon Apple songs were completely replaced from the original release. Now this was reverted in the 2012 Japanese Blu-ray release, but this release is weird for its own reason. This release included a brand new English dub with the episode 4 audio fix, but this Blu-ray was only ever released in Japan, so it's pretty weird that it got a fully new English dub. In 2005, Harmony Gold actually let ADV do a release of the original Super Dimension Fortress Macross, which included a new English dub. It was more faithful and actually had Mari Ishima playing Minmay in the English dub. The dub itself was just kinda mid though.
No way! You're a pro and pros don't sing for free!
Why the hell not? You're the one who said I should sing to keep everyone's spirits high!
I'm fine! It's this pisshead dump that's the problem! And that's why we're never going back to Macross City, got it?
I wish you'd stop blaming the military for every problem you have.
Ha! I'll never forgive him!
Just stop it!
And there you go defending him again, traitor!
Why have you been acting so strange lately? All you do is drink and complain!
Also, I don't think this dub is actually officially available anymore, and the original SDF and Do You Remember Love remain unlicensed in America to this day. At least Flashback 2012 is still fair game.
Mamma mia, that was very informative. You're number one, yahoo!
Well, what do we have here?
It's Lin Kaifu and Firebomber American.
Mamma mia, looks like our Firebomber's in another castle.
You aren't getting past me. Firebomber American, let's rock.
Let's go flying to the rising sun.
I'ma jump on your head,
Damn, they have a barrier.
Okie dokie, breaking barriers is my special. Yahoo! Yahoo! So, you mean to tell me you aren't Irish? Oh my god, is that?
Have you tried talking about Robotech?
Yeah, that's a brilliant combat strategy. You see, Harmony Gold has actually tried making originally animated Robotech content in the past. Robotech the Sentinels, which was intended as a sequel, being cancelled after 3 episodes. A horrific 3D CGI reboot called Robotech 3000, which got cancelled because the animation company went bankrupt and there was some intense backlash because it looked like fucking dog shit. And Robotech the Shadow Chronicles, a fully original film. All stuff neither me nor my future self will ever watch or talk about because, well, this is a Robospective, not a retrospective. There was planned to be more follow-ups, like Robotech Shadow Rising, a sequel to Shadow Chronicles, and Robotech Academy, a Kickstarter-funded series that couldn't even reach 40% of its funding. It couldn't be the Macross 2 Kickstarter. Regardless, I think this original content is fascinating, because it shows just how little merit this series has beyond what it lifted from the source material. Harmony Gold sucks at managing things, this stuff never takes off the ground, and anything that does release seems to get mixed reception at best. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the greatest blunder of all. The elusive Robotech live-action movie they've been promising for literal decades. They keep swearing it's happening, but it's absolutely not. Robotech doesn't have that kind of reach. They even said fucking Tobey Maguire was gonna take charge and even play Rick Hunter. Is our goat washed? I bet Andrew Garfield sees the Macross 7 vision. Oh shit, I forgot you were there.
He's a robot, isn't he? Why don't you just shoot him with your water gun or something?
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm a Squirtle.
So, you're probably wondering why I'm roaming a dark temple looking for idols with some crocodile guy. Well, having to re-explain that would be more annoying than teaching Hulk how to screw in a light bulb.
Ah! Hulk angry!
Nee-hoy, Spidey man, looky over there, it's Cheryl and Ronka.
Right? And they're being guarded by some regular guy? You know, I was expecting someone a little more exciting, like Dr. Doom on a cycle, or, you know, I'd even take Batroc the Leaper at this point.
I'm Naue, from Starlight's favorite anime, Mirage of Blaze.
Mirage of Blaze? So, what's your shtick? Fire powers? Illusions? Sorry pal, but those are already taken.
I think he raped and murdered someone.
So, what do you say, Spidey? Why don't we get rid of this guy? Don't act so hastily, Spider-Man! Remember what Uncle Ben said.
Uncle Ben, you should do good things! Is he going to do anything? He's having one of his funny inner monologues. Hey, Spidey-Man, why don't you think it over while we talk about Robotech comic books?
I wouldn't know much about comic books, but why not? You see, I was originally gonna talk about every Robotech comic run, but there's actually way more than you'd think. Trying to read all of those would be harder than beating Norman's high score in that snowboarding game. Most of it just seems to be retellings of the original story, but with some seriously messed up artwork and really weird changes to the story. I mean, look at the newest one, where they try to make Midnight a girl boss. Talk about embarrassing. There are prequels, sequels, and even some side stories, with the adaptation of Robotech the Sentinels being the most popular and the longest running. I feel like it's the only time Robotech fans really got a glimpse into what the show could have been. You know, considering Harmony Gold has no way to fund real animation, these comics are probably this franchise's only way of getting new stories, with the most recent being Robotech, Rick Hunter. Yeah, that artwork's more disturbing than seeing Principal Coulson in his underwear.
So, Spider-Man, have you decided what you're going to do with this guy? Yeah, have you decided what you're gonna do with me, Bugman?
Common misconception. You see, spiders are actually arachnids. Also, I'm gonna do this. Sorry, Fury.
Don't you mean your Uncle Benjamin?
Who?
Fantastic to be with you.
Stupid fucking Nintendo, trying to replace my design. I'll show them what the K in Donkey Kong stands for.
I want to take a bath.
Oh my god. It scraps Squirtle the Dig retrospective character. Imposter asteroids!
That's right, I was in the video's intro, but I got replaced by Creep Kiddo at the last second. Now, I'm gonna go dark bath mode.
That's no match for my coconut gun. Actually, never mind. I got hungry and ate the ammo on the way.
Say goodbye, Donkey Kong, because after this, you're absolutely not gonna be alive.
Did somebody say alive?
Oh my Kong, it's Freya Weon!
That's right, DK. I've come back from the grave to bring some much-needed light to this star video.
Congo Bongorific!
Despite everything we said before, things aren't completely doom and gloom for Macross in the West. In 2021, Harmony Gold and Big West came to an agreement. Big West would be allowed to license the Macross sequels outside of Japan, on the condition Harmony Gold gets to keep SDF and keep making Robotech stuff. As for Do You Remember Love, that's a whole nother can of worms. I don't think either Harmony Gold or Big West have control over that one. I'm not gonna give Harmony Gold a pat on the back for this, it was more like a hostage release than anything. But regardless, it was still a massive deal for the franchise. The entire series released on Disney+, we got Blu-ray and merchandise releases, and it's even allowed Macross to return in Super Robot Wars alongside my goat Jet Jaguar. I don't think Macross will ever truly blow up in the West given how niche mecha anime in general is, but I think if the Sunrise series can get a speedy release with a big new seasonal anime meme like the Nyan Nyan song or the September song, then the community could still grow by a sizable amount. Who knows, maybe seeing the growth of the Macross brand will finally convince Harmony Gold to let Robotech go and just collect some profits releasing the original, but yeah, no, that is very wishful thinking. I think they're more concerned with real estate than anything. Robotech's just kind of their side hustle. Either way, I'm glad the sequels are free, and Big West has even loopholed the fact Harmony Gold forgot the claim Flashback 2012 by using those designs for all the merch, which I think is really funny.
Thanks for distracting him, Freya. I beat him to death with a crowbar and skinned him alive. I'm talking live leak cartel video type shit.
That's very sadistic, but that means we could save my friends Wakire. They're gonna be so happy to see me from beyond the grave.
From beyond the grave? You mean you're a ghost? That's scary. Luigi, come deal with this.
Okie dokie.
Wait, what?
Please, no, wait, no, I don't want to go back. Ah! Let's go, Luigi number 1, yahoo!
Giri giri I ikenai borderline ない路地でも全て壊してみせる
Alright everyone, prepare yourselves. Even with the Macross idols by our side, this battle won't be easy. Not only do they have Minmay captive, but I sent Hitoshi-san and Mr. Beast in there to scope things out, and they still haven't returned.
Don't worry, we got the Macross idols on our side. If we try, we can fly, you know? More like if you try, you can die. So, you've chosen to show yourself.
What kind of loser doesn't show up with his army? They're right behind me, aren't they?
Just give it up, Starlight. You've already lost. Even if you change my heart with song energy or whatever, you still have that rune. So just face it, you'll never be able to talk about anything you love again. And that means Macross. Even so, I can't just sit back and let Harmony Gold get away with this. If I have to go down, I'm dragging them with me. You think that'll do anything? I have an idol of my own. Go, Minmay! Mamma mia, why is Minmay working with those guys?
That's not Minmay anymore. Nya. Rawr.
Holy Sugoi! It's Hitoshi-san!
He's right, they've corrupted her, turning her from Minmay, M-I-N-M-A-Y, to M-I-N-M-E-I. Wait, no, so that means...
Stage lights splashing, the feeling smashing.
No, this song's so ass!
Everyone, fall back!
I'm not going anywhere until we stop Robotech and I get Minmay back.
Starlight, don't act bananas.
Kyun, 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 watashi no kare. Kirari hikata kyuko ga It's not gonna work, you idiot! You still refuse to comply. You know what the best part of this is, Starlight? Once you're dead, we already have a replacement.
Did he just say replacement?
Go forth, Staryami! Staryami?
Die from the star with no light! Robotech for life!
You bitch! Being the evil doppelganger's my thing!
You know, Macross really did lose its identity after the original. I mean, they really took one of the greatest sci-fi dramas and turned it into some fan service idol slop. If Kawamori had any brains, the show would have been about Basara learning how stupid his whole shtick was in putting his piloting skills to better use, you know, like fighting alongside Ganlin, but basically anything than what we got. Jesus, they should have just cut that show's runtime in half.
I've never heard such a dogshit take.
Although I guess even then, they're not really gonna hit the heights of when Roy Fokker was around.
You bastard.
Starlight, just calm down. Quentin's trying to rage bait you.
This is gonna be bait I'll bite. Super Quentin Punch! Dumbass.
Boss, it seems like they're getting away.
Let them. Their fate is inevitable, with or without my input. Let's go. We're taking Robotech to space.
What happened?
Seems like you're awake.
What am I?
Just rest there for now. The channel's in good hands.
What? What are you...
That's right. You don't have to worry about Staryami taking over the channel, 'cause I'm taking over the channel.
What makes you think you can run this shit?
Because I already hosted a video that got 1K views. So look, I've already begun reviewing mecha anime. Darling in the Franxx retrospective video.mp4? Just watch it, it's great. What is this audio quality? Why is it a PowerPoint presentation? You didn't even watch the show? Is this an entire Let's Play of Shadow the Hedgehog? What are you doing? It's pretty cool, right? It's not cool, and also, what's up with that background? Where did the awesome background PNG go? Oh, didn't we tell you? Awesome background PNG got hit with a nuclear missile once Quentin took over. You mean awesome background PNG is dead?
Alright, everybody gear up. We've got intel that Quentin's army is headed for space.
It'll be so sugoi. Nya. Rawr.
Well, gee, Captain Donkey Kong, how are we gonna pull off space travel?
You can think we'd get over that one.
I found the space battleship Yamato chilling at a yard sale.
Thank you, Creep Kiddo. We are very arigatoful.
When I'm Google looking for a PNG, I thought, hey, this looks kinda spacey. It kinda looked like AI, but hey, it still did the trick. And now it's a Starlight Channel staple. Now it's gone. Don't even know who made this picture. Awesome background in my heart.
It seems they've arrived.
Indeed it does. We should be good, but just in case, Prepare the breaker cannon. On it, sir.
This is the final battle. We can't afford to hold back. If you have any last funny quips, now's the time.
They're about to get owned by me, Asteroids, the man himself.
Let's blaze it up.
I hope you're watching us, Chami.
Yeah. Roar.
With great power comes great butt-kicking awesomeness.
Let's go beyond. Plus Ultra.
Developing war trauma would be a pretty sick Ava reference.
Let's go! Okie dokie.
Gory gory.
Well, gee, guys, I've really got nothing to strawman here. Let's get moving.
Banana Slammer!
Yeah, wait, forgot my lucky copy of Shadow the Hedgehog I always carry on me. Well, let me go grab it real quick. Kyun, 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 watashi no kare wa paranoto. Don't be an idiot. You're gonna try a take on Quentin? In your condition? I'm supposed to talk about Macross and other mecha anime, but I keep telling myself, no matter what, but Needle Rats, why am I? I'm scared. I'm afraid to talk about anything but Robotech. I'm scared of dying. I'm supposed to be the mecha anime guy. The mecha anime guy's supposed to tell everyone about Leisner, Rayert, Raideen, but I can't retrospect. I'm scared, Needle Rats. I'm scared I won't be able to be with you guys anymore. Starlight, what should I do? What should I do? Needle Rats. You have to stop retrospecting. No more Macross. But then I'll no longer be Starlight. Can you live without Shadow the Hedgehog, Needle Rats? I'll make retrospectives for you. I promise. So, we want you to live, Starlight. We want you to live on. We want to live our lives with you. So do I. I want to be with you guys too. But, Starlight, I'll talk about Mazinger. I promise. Man, I have to say, Double Zeta Gundam, that's probably one of Tomino's worst series. I mean, how do you go from the powerful, emotional journey of Zeta to what's basically Gundam Cocomelon? I can't tell you why, but something about these takes is pissing me off to my very core.
Charge in and shower them with coconut green pies!
Okie dokie, let's go! Mamma mia, I found my brother dying quite humorous because I'm a psychopath, yahoo!
Force fields. Why is it always force fields?
In 1984, Yoshikazu Yasuhiko directed the Sunrise original mecha, Giant Gorge. Damn it, Starlight, I told you to stay in bed! For what do you live? For what do you retrospect? I'm sorry, General Donkey Kong. I'm sorry, Needle Rats, but I'm not giving into Robotech because I'm a Starlighter! Starlight, you.
But in your state, you'll just be Star, no Light.
I want to live my life together with you, Asteroids. In Blazer, in Vector, in 10. I want to live my life together with everyone. Live life together? To me, living means making content as a Macross fan. I want to continue talking about mecha anime with you all. So, I'm not holding back. Not on Getter, not on Mazinger, not on Gundam. I'm gonna retrospect. Retrospect Macross and more until the very end. I want to be absolutely Light. Absolutely!
That sounds Starlighterific.
Me hoy, I wanna live my life together with you too, Starlighty. Me, you, and Charmy.
Yeah, keep on shining, Starlight. Roar.
I guess there's no one else I'd rather, Strawman. Yeah, I kinda really don't want to see myself die at age 21. Us gamers don't game over. We simply lose on one-up. Yahoo!
I could sue you for stealing my whole flow, but that's what Harmony Gold would do.
And nobody wants to be a Harmony Gold.
You're right, Starlight. Let's keep shining until the end. Macross Idols, provide your song energy. Everybody else, get her some Draconeer games.
For the destruction of Harmony Gold, for the sanctity of Macross, we're gonna reject Robotech, even if it makes this video my last! So, everyone, say it with me! Fuck Harmony Gold!
I've been making Macross vids for 2 years, and I doubt you all care about this dumb plot vid, all about Robotech. Yes, I know it helped Macross come to the west, but at the cost of the rest. Now this franchise is lacking relevancy. It's all their fault.
Songs, something that has no place in my mecha anime. Begin charging the breaker cannon.
Guess those cars make cash. Quentin, do you still remember?
You know, boss, she's actually making some pretty solid points here and there.
Hey guys, do you still remember when they launched that failed
You know what, Kyle?
Boss, are you saying...
What has Harmony Gold done for us? Cancelled movies, Kickstarters, comics. Harmony Gold does suck. So this is the power of song. Something about it speaks to me.
A song. Yes, Android's a song.
Schneider Fleet to Yamato will provide you support. We can't lose the legacy of Robotech or Macross.
Support?
Yeah, Robotech 3000 was our last straw.
To all those listening to Starlight Song, we have but one enemy, Harmony Gold. This cannon was supposed to destroy the Mobeat protection wall, but now we're redirecting it straight to Harmony Gold. We're gonna be victorious!
I get this should help Macross westernize, but I can't look past that. And as expected, nostalgia's clouded your view. So in the end, you're not the one true enemy. So for now, just promise me you'll acknowledge the crimes of Harmony Gold. Even right now, they're screwing fans all around. Though I guess they could be worse. Quentin, do you still remember all the death threats you sent on Twitter? Quentin, do you still remember?
I did do all that, it was pretty funny.
Firstborn daughter. I swear
Sir,
those
you
are
realize our ship is going
Christianity,
down, right?
We'll be fine, the plot still demands for us.
music segment. I hate this show. I understand its cultural impact, but it's still fucking sucks. Quentin, do you still remember how that live-action remake will come never? Hey guys, do you still remember when they minted stolen art on Twitter? When it made that crypto money, yet they couldn't even afford Toby. Just fuck these guys. Fuck you, Harmony Gold. Go fuck yourself. I cannot sing, but I am trying. I am no I'm just singing the original fucking song. God, I'm a lazy bastard.
Did we do it? Well, sir, Harmony Gold is down, but the breaker cannon's still charging. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, Starlight, I might have made a super special second cannon in case the first one broke, and this one is like twice as strong. I slightly overtuned it. It might destroy the entire planet alongside the protection wall. And why the fuck would you do that? You already gave me the rune. Was that not enough? You had to cleanse the Macross content off my channel? You had to destroy the earth? Yeah, sure, Quentin. I am a very thorough guy. Well, now what do we do? Well, once it's started, it can't be stopped. So really, our only option's to destroy it. Not only is that thing massive, but it has a strong protective shell. Not to mention, we're kinda on a time limit here. How about a supernova?
Ugh. As if I didn't have to deal with enough novas.
Ultimate Spider-Man's right. How the hell would we even generate a supernova? Easy. A supernova is simply the explosion of a star. And considering I am a star, well, you know, I always got my trusty pipe bomb on me. But a supernova would destroy the Earth and us. Hey DK, you still have those super durable banana peels that can conveniently cover our ships and the planet Earth?
They're certifiably supernova proof.
Perfect, we're doing a supernova. Yeah, but Starlight, you can't just blow yourself up. Oh, come on, Edel Rats. It's not like I have that long anyways, you know, the whole rune thing. Besides, you said you were gonna keep making retrospectives in my place, right? So, go watch some Gridman in my honor. But I'm not ready for that. Hey, you think I was ready when I began talking about vampire homes? You can't just wait for a right time to do it, you just gotta do it. And right now, this is what I have to do. So, with that being said, I'll see you later, Starlighters. Wait, no, who am I supposed to straw man?
We still need to make Sonic in 2025.
You still haven't gotten the DMC4 Platinum!
I don't want to watch myself die!
Ni-hoi, say hi to Chami for me. Sayonara, Starlight, the Retrospector. Just one little supernova, you know? I guess in the end, I didn't get to talk about Misiwasy. Yeah, probably wasn't as good as Buddy Complex. That's not even like an outright bad take, it's just a fucking weird one. Also, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be gassing up Darling in the Franxx or something? Well, you know, my systems are kind of tied to that ship, so once it's destroyed, well, let's just say I'm done for too. So I figured I'd go out with a bang as well. So, a double supernova? Sounds badass.
Deploy the banana peels!
Super Starlight Hypernova! Where am I? Ni-hoi, Starlight, he's alive, just like Chami. I feel different. Like, I'm in a new art style, and... Oh my god, are these legs? Ball-busted Starlight's back in town! Classic. Anyways, wait, how am I alive?
I used my Congo Bongo knowledge to hack into Quentin's laptop and copy the formula he used to make Starryami. All it took was some DNA from School to the Dank and Edo Rats, and you're back like new. Granted, the art style's pretty different.
I mean, hey, I still really dig this. Anyways, I'm gonna have to find a new home now that awesome background PNG got blown up. Maybe I'll move to Alaska. Actually, about that. The supernova flung us all the way across the galaxy! Yahoo! Wait, what? We're 148,000 light years away from Earth, in fact. Guess that means I got a lot of free time on my hands. Which also means more mecha anime to cover! Mazingerzy's really coming this time!